Michelle Peluso is with me here. She is the Global Chief Marketing Officer. She was a consultant to VC firms, venture capital firms before that, and is the former CEO of Travelocity. So her job now is to rebrand the name of Citigroup. Michelle, thanks so much for coming in to talk to us about this. How much does the U.S. government's stake in Citigroup present a challenge to you as you try to get more and more customer loyalty? Does it affect the way people make decisions?
No, I think for us the most important thing is to figure out where are consumers going and how do we provide them with the greatest experience possible. And their needs are changing rapidly. The notion of how they interact in a digital world is very different, and so that's what we're obsessed about.
Now, we know you have some pretty heavy-hitting competition, right? You have Bank of America, you also have JP Chase. What is Citigroup doing to take on those two larger competitors, at least in the consumer banking space?
Well, the fact that we are as global as we are gives us really enormous opportunity to think about what are the trends coming next and what's happening around the world. Consumers are using digital channels in radically different ways. They're on social media sites talking about their experience, getting financial advice. They're using their mobile device as a wallet in some parts of the world. They're texting their bank. And so leading in a digital world is really critical for us and the foundation of our strategy.
So how is this changing what you do? How much do you have to spend on security, for example?
Sure. Well, of course, this is people's money, and so security is paramount, and it's something that's just job number one at Citibank. But more than that, I think it's about how do we have the richest, most friendliest user experience possible? How do we provide advice in our traditional channels like the branches, but also in places like social media so that consumers have healthier financial lives?
When do you know when people are unhappy? Are you on Facebook and Twitter? Do you have access to people's comments if they say, oh, I'm really annoyed, like my check didn't clear or whatever it is? Do you pick up on that and then reach out to the people?
That's right. So we monitor social media sites, and we monitor really what are hundreds of thousands of conversations about banks and about Citi on all these channels. And we actually have a fully dedicated team that if someone is having an experience or having an issue, they'll jump in, introduce themselves as a Citibank representative, and solve the problem. Additionally, about a year ago, we implemented Net Promoter methodology so that we ask all of our consumers, based on this interaction, would you recommend Citi? That gives us a lot of rich information. Well, we're improving. We have great humility that we want to be the leading bank, and that there's a long way to go. I personally read several thousand customer verbatims each month, and it's terrific information about how consumers want us to live up to their highest of expectations.
How is this role different than being CEO of Travelocity? I'm sure there's a lot of differences.
Yeah, but there are a lot of similarities too. When you think about it, Travelocity and Citibank are at transformational times in the industry. Consumers' expectations are shifting and changing and evolving. And at both places, I've had the opportunity to work with a really outstanding team. It's incredibly motivating for me.
All right, Michelle, thanks so much for the time.
You.
Michelle Peluso, she is the Global Chief Marketing Officer for Citigroup, joining us right here in the newsroom.